The responsibility of the Canadian government and of NORAD is to ensure the safety of Canadians.
Next on Northwest at 5, object recovery in the Yukon.
We did it in concert with our American partners under the command of NORAD, and that's what we're going to continue to do to ensure that Canadians are kept safe.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's comments after an unidentified object was shot down over the Yukon this past weekend.
Bed Bath & Beyond is shutting its doors across all of its locations in Canada. Just how many stores will be affected and how many workers will be losing their jobs?
A fire destroys a 6-unit housing complex in Shoal Lake number 40, but arson is not suspected.
This stretch of mild temperatures is coming to an unfortunate end midweek, and we have some high school sports to get through. Northwest at 5 starts now.
And now, from the corner of Lake Superior in Thunder Bay to the Lake of the Woods in Kenora and everywhere in between, this is Northwest at 5.
But we do start with some breaking news. Canada's premiers have all signed on to a new healthcare deal.
The $196 billion healthcare deal is set to completely overhaul the system over the next decade.
Of that amount, $42 billion has been earmarked to addressing staffing shortages and surgery backlogs.
The deal was offered by the federal government during closed-door meetings in Ottawa.
This is a developing story, and we will have more information once it becomes available.
Recovery efforts continue in Yukon to locate an object that was shot down by a U.S. fighter aircraft on Saturday.
Conveniently, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was in the territory meeting with its leadership and says it is still unknown of the object's point of origin, but work remains ongoing.
There is much analysis going on at the highest levels of NORAD in both Canada and the United States to try and understand more.
The Yukon incident is the third of 4 objects to have been intercepted since last week. Yesterday, another object was down over Lake Huron.
Trudeau was also questioned on the effectiveness of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, given how far some of these objects have been able to make it into the continent's airspace.
He says the system works.
Canadians and Americans are in the joint command for protection of our territory, so as it's picked up over Alaska by NORAD, we are part of tracking that in Canada as well.
Additionally, when questioned on why American jets are intercepting the objects over Canadian airspace, he says both countries scrambled aircraft.
It was very much based on the context and the situations of who was there, who had the capacity to do it before we lost the object into darkness.
Ultimately, the decision to down the object did come from Trudeau.
There's been a potential discovery of a copper and zinc deposit in an area known for historic gold discoveries. Acadia Broadcasting's Adam Riley has more.
Storm Exploration says a review of the land acquired last spring identifies the potential deposits 65 kilometers north of Fort Frances. The company is in the process of negotiating memorandum of understanding agreements with Nikashawinin and Nikagunsa-Makaning First Nations before advancing exploration. Some preliminary work could take place this spring, and drilling of the area could follow up later in the year.
The chief building official for the city of Dryden, Pam Skillen, says businesses located at 325 Government Street have been relocated in advance of Dryden's Michael Hotel project on the property.
Councillors will be taking a look at the 76-room hotel's plan tonight at their Committee of the Whole meeting, which will be located between Dingwall, Ford, and Rona.
The developer has paid for businesses to relocate, but one of the 5 commercial buildings would stay on the property if it received approval later this month.
Tonight's meeting begins at 7 p.m. Central Time at City Hall.
A report from Treasurer Stephen Lansdale Rolls, presented to Dryden City Council tonight, will see the renaming of some reserve funds and the creation of 2 new ones. Acadia Broadcasting's Adam Riley has more.
The changes, according to the report, are to bring the city into compliance for usages. The General Capital Reserve Fund will become the Tax-Supported Capital Reserve Fund. This is required to clearly delineate use from sanitary sewer and waterworks use. The Sanitary Wastewater Reserve Fund and the Waterworks Reserve Fund will have their use changed to both capital and operating. This is being done in order to fund any operating deficits that arise. And finally, the report recommends the addition of the Community Wellbeing Reserve Fund and Near-Term Investment Reserve Fund. These come as per a council resolution passed last month. Tonight's meeting gets underway at 7 o'clock.
Well, time for the first look at the weather. And Juju, we've been very surprised by these mild temperatures in February. Yeah, but don't get too comfortable, though. We have a messy system coming into our area tomorrow, starting as rain before transitioning into a mixture of rain and snow. That will become all snow by the time Wednesday rolls around. The biggest snowfall totals at this point will be focused on in Fort Francis, Dryden, and Kenora, where they could get around 3 to 6 inches. After that, our temperatures will be dropping briefly, so I'll time that out. Plus your Sunday forecast coming up. Alright, thanks, Ginger. We will check back with you in a little bit.
Shoal Lake number 40 estimates the building destroyed by a fire over the weekend will cost about $1.5 million. Acadia Broadcasting's Tim Davidson has more.
The fire broke out just after 5 a.m. Saturday morning in a 6-unit housing complex. The Richer Fire Department, which is over an hour away, assisted, but by the time firefighters arrived at the scene, the building had gone up in flames. Everyone got out of the building safely, but a couple of people did suffer smoke inhalation. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but arson is not suspected. About 30 people no longer have a place to live, and the Kenora Chiefs Advisory says they have been put up in hotels in Winnipeg.
Still to come, a snow machine accident claims the life of a Winnipeg resident.
Plus, a busy week for the OPP in the Rainy River District will tell you how many charges were laid.
And Bed Bath & Beyond is sunny at stores across Canada. All that and more when Northwest at 5 continues.
Buying a new vehicle isn't a one-time transaction between strangers. It's a long-term relationship that starts with a dealership you trust. That trust begins in the showroom and continues in the service department, where they'll take care of all your maintenance needs for years to come. Make sure your relationship is with a dealer you trust. A dealership committed to your complete satisfaction. Sunset Country Ford. Best deals, superior after-sales service. Online at sunsetcountryford.com.
I love game day at your place. Your internet is way better than mine.
You need fiber gigabit from T-Baytel.
We're watching the budget.
It's their fastest internet, and at just $79 per month for 2 years, it's also budget friendly. Plus, I added T-Baytel Stream TV for only $10 a month.
Wow. What's Stream TV?
It's T-Baytel TV that you stream. We can watch it here and on my phone in the kitchen.
Whoa.
Surf and stream with fiber gigabit from T-Baytel. Visit tbaytel.net for details.
Used car buyers, listen to this incredible offer from Superior Hyundai. For a limited time, get 2 years or 24,000-kilometer warranty protection at no charge with every used vehicle. Choose any make, any model, any kilometer, and you're covered. Engine covered, transmission covered, seals, gaskets, virtually every item covered. Plus, roadside assistance and towing is on us. Hurry, this 2-year warranty protection offer ends soon.
SuperiorHyundai.ca, home of Superior Pre-Owned.
Welcome back. A 52-year-old Winnipeg man is dead following a snow machine accident in southeastern Manitoba.
The accident took place on Friday afternoon on the Groom Trail near Woodbridge. Officers from the Sprague Detachment responded, but the man passed away at the scene.
Police say the snowmobiler was riding in a group of 3 and bringing up the rear when he collided with 2 bumps on the trail very close together and lost control.
Hit 2 bumps, you mean. Anyway, the RCMP say speed is considered a factor in any incident, but alcohol was not involved.
Over 50 charges were laid by the OPP in the Rainy River District last week. Here's Acadia Broadcasting's Randy Toms of station CFOB-FM with more.
A busy week for police. 30 charges were laid under the Criminal Code, with another 24 issued under the Highway Traffic Act. They were laid as part of the 223 occurrences requiring police involvement. 11 of the calls related to domestic disputes, with another 7 identified as disputes with other family members. Police were also called to deal with 6 reports of theft, 5 assaults, and 4 fraud cases. I'm Randy Toms.
Hello there, everybody. Talking Ginger here. Well, if you're liking the warmer than normal temperatures that we have been seeing in the city throughout the past couple of days, tomorrow's going to be your last opportunity to soak it all in. Tonight for our area, we'll be seeing mainly clear skies and a low of -6. Tomorrow, the sun and warm temperatures continue across the region with a high of +3. However, that's where it ends, as a messy system will move across the area for tomorrow evening into Wednesday. It will start as rain before changing to a mixture of rain and snow in the overnight hours before it becomes all snow on Wednesday. And the winds will also pick up on Wednesday too, creating some blowing snow conditions. This will be most felt in areas west of Thunder Bay, including Fort Francis, Atikokan, Dryden, and Kenora, where they will be picking up 3 to 6 inches of fresh snow in addition to the blowing snow. So overall, everyone's going to get the snow and blowing Sports on Wednesday. I'll be back with your sports report in a bit, but for now, it's back to you. Thanks, Ginger. The driver of a tractor-trailer unit has been hit with careless driving charges following a weekend collision on Highway 17 Saturday near Marathon.
The incident occurred near Ripple Lake when the transport crossed the center line and struck an eastbound pickup truck.
Fortunately, both drivers managed to work away with minor injuries. However, their vehicles were not as lucky. We have more details and photos on our website.
Economic and social issues are on tap tonight at Thunder Bay City Council. Here's Acadia Broadcasting's Adam Riley with the breakdown.
Numbers from the 2022 tourism season will be front and center in a presentation from Tourism Thunder Bay, which will include details from last year's Scotties Tournament of Hearts and the impact of 37 events which took place in the city, which received funding through the CEDC. As well, Council will be given a look ahead to what 2023 has to offer. One deputation is slated to be made, this time in regards to summer encampments, which cropped up on the McVicker Creek Recreational Trail. Council will also be given an update on the concept plan for a proposed skate park on the former Dease Pool site, as well as a recommendation to proceed with public engagement on the plan. Tonight's meeting getting underway at 6:30.
Still ahead, Bed Bath & Beyond is shutting its doors across Canada, plus Ginger has sports. We have action from SIJHL and the NHL to talk about. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Don't need your vehicle? Here's an easy solution. Fort Francis GM wants to buy your ride. With inventory high in demand, we want to buy your used vehicle. Contact one of our sales consultants today for more information on how to sell your ride. We'll buy yours even if you don't purchase one of ours. If we like your car, truck, or SUV, we'll trade you a check from Fort Francis GM for your vehicle today. Let us make you an offer you can't refuse. Call or stop in today. Fort Francis GM, where customers become family.
The 2022 truck clearance sale is on now at Dryden GM. Now get a $2,000 discount on any in-stock model year 2022 full-size truck, every full-size 2022 Chevy, every full-size 2022 GMC. All on sale during the 2022 model clearance. Buy it, lease it, drive it away, and save at least $2,000. Visit Dryden GM and shop online at drydengm.ca. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Dryden GM, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back. All Canadian locations of Bed Bath & Beyond will be shuttering their doors.
It was just last week that the U.S. head office downstate only just barely collected enough cash to avoid bankruptcy.
An official court filing stated that the Bed Bath & Beyond Group has been in financial difficulty for the past several years, suffering significant net losses since 2018.
Indicating financial strain, Bed Bath & Beyond Canada wasn't profitable on its own and therefore unable to pay off its debts.
Hello there, everybody. It's Tucky Ginger here. It's now time for your sports report. In SIJHL action, the Schuylkill County is taking on Thunder Bay tonight at the Fort William Gardens. Teams have the night off tomorrow before hitting the ice again on Wednesday. 3 Canadian teams are in action tonight in the NHL, with the Flames taking on the Senators and the Red Wings taking on the Canucks. Around the league, the Blazers face the Coyotes, the Panthers are up against the Wild, and the Sabres takes on the Kings. And that's your sports report. Now back to you. Thanks, Ginger. Of course, you can get all your sports updates anytime by going to our website at talkingnews.ca.
And before we go tonight, we just want to let you know that this will be the last time that you'll be seeing this old set on our newscasts.
That's right. Starting in the next episode, we will be debuting a brand new virtual set, and we want to hear from you guys.
Make sure to stay tuned to Talking News Official for more newscasts as we debut our brand new virtual set. And that's going to do it for us here on Talking News. Thank you guys for watching. Good night.